And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings.
Violence breeds violence. Repression breeds retaliation. And only a cleansing of our whole society can remove this sickness from our souls.
Those folks who were responsible have been held accountable.
Develops weapons of mass destruction. It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society.
And we're back with another episode of the WRK podcast where we ask the questions about the end of the day. Who really knows? As always, I'm your host, AJ, here with my good friends Dylan and Michael.
Yeah, boy.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, we're here, part 2, Heaven's Gate Cult. Before we jump right into part 2, I think we should give y'all a little rundown of part 1.
Yeah, definitely. Especially don't remember where we left off.
I have it marked off.
Okay,
it's been
so fucking long.
We stopped at the death of T.
It has been. It's fair to say it's been a minute.
So, the Heaven's Gate Cult, for those of you new to the show, if you haven't looked back at the last episode or don't know anything about them, it's a self-identified spiritual group from the 1970s led by Marshall Applewhite and Bonnie Lou Nettles. Over the years, they've been given several names. Like I said last time, we ended on the death of T. That was Bonnie's final nickname. And Doe being Marshall Applewhite, the two leaders of the group. Doe, failed singer / college professor from 1950 to 1970. Very ashamed of his sexual orientation. He met Bonnie. It's not 100% sure. We speculate they met at a mental institution. They did meet at a mental institution. We speculate that he was a patient there, and because she was the nurse there, and she told him they felt as if they met in a past life. They go on to create a group. Both loved aliens. Started a sci-fi / Christian help group
/ cult.
Yeah, / Star Trek.
Yeah.
I mean, everything's a cult.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah. She told T told Doe that he had a divine assignment. They started traveling the country, getting people to follow them, like way back in the day, like no social media, nothing. Barely had, like, no cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
What do they do?
Put
an ad out in the paper?
Yep, ads at paper, flyers at malls. They would
Get the crazy screaming hobo down the street to...
Yep, and they would just be like, we're meeting at Yellowstone National Park on this day, and we're going to San Francisco the next day. Shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Very word of mouth. So the fact that they acquired like 30 plus people in their time kind of amazes me.
Especially because a lot of the time, I think at one point they had more numbers. It's just because that they only could do word of mouth, and they would travel to different places all the time, that people would just get lost and just not know where to find them and quit.
Yeah.
I know that happened for a fact.
Yes, I'm out of here.
But like, I definitely think they had bigger crowds, maybe people just listening to them. But yeah, the fact that they moved around and didn't tell people where the fuck they were going kind of
hindered their growth.
They could have killed way more people.
They could have. Let's see, just flying through till we get to where we left off. They started being called the UFO cult. They dressed in Star Trek-esque renegade outfits.
Like I said about their outfits the last episode, about where they were at the camp, and we showed that picture of the outfit. I'm pretty sure that's not the right outfit that they wore at the camps. Pretty sure it is the bubble wrap outfit.
This is the Zoltan group.
The Zoltan group.
Zoltan.
Because
Zoltan.
so I think I know what that outfit obviously is for, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. I just wanted to make sure everyone knows that they're definitely wearing bubble alien spacesuits.
Why? What does the bubble wrap do?
It's an insulator for one.
It's cool.
I didn't know that. Like maybe
and it's see-through.
Maybe if they were in space and they needed just a little slip of air.
It's so you can, if you like lose your trajectory in space where there's no gravity, you can just bounce off the wall.
Or you just pop one and it shoots you the other way.
People
that's a
couldn't.
possibility.
What's it called when you dress up as your characters? Cosplay.
Yeah.
They can't cosplay like Star Trek. That's too advanced, dude. They had to make with what they had.
When you cosplay Star Trek, it's just LARPing.
Well, that's what they're kind of a LARP group. If you think about the
They're like the most
Christianity side.
extreme LARP group.
Blarp.
I would fully consider them a LARP group.
Yeah.
And I feel like deep down in their hearts, they all kind of knew that. They definitely, to go through with it had to have, they had to have the drive and the belief. But I do not believe that there wasn't a little speck of them knowing that this was just all bullshit.
So
going to the next life, all this.
They were the kids at the school playing with the foam swords, but with foam ray guns instead.
Exactly.
Yeah, and foam suits.
Yeah, well,
Well, bubble wrap suits.
of course.
I mean,
you need those.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Head protection.
Yeah.
Although with Christianity, people who are Christians though, I always forget that they are diehard believers, and the extent people have gone to because of their belief, like dying and shit, and like
There's been martyrs in every religion.
But I just mean, the full belief that God's gonna heal them.
You're talking like full blown evangelical shit.
They totally believe in it, and I'm like, wow, that's dedication.
Dude, it was like in the 1700s. No, when was it? I think it was, during the yellow fever or whatever. They had people that would go around and whip themselves because they thought that
during the Black Plague, they were called pestilence.
Yeah,
I think pestilence.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was funny because they would whip themselves bleeding, but the king would come down and do it for fun, and he would just lightly slap himself. The kings of like other places would demonstrate with to like make the crowd happy or some shit, but they would always just lightly whip themselves while these guys are walking 2 and 2 around a circle, just fucking massacring their backs.
Oh yeah, they still do that like as holiday in some countries.
Dude,
like,
I've
it's like
seen
a holiday
videos. Oh, it's
tradition.
fucking gross. I saw a guy split his back open, and it was fucking huge. Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That has been burned in me my whole life. I'll never visit that country. You couldn't pay me.
Not even once. Not even on spring break. Not even Rumspringa.
You couldn't pay me to go to that country.
Yeah, so they're starting to go down the loony trail. 1985, T dies of cancer.
She didn't die. She went to the next level.
Yeah, she ascended. My
Is this
bad.
Billy's funeral? Is that the corpse of Billy Newman?
No, it's the corpse of T. And it is at this point is when Doe really starts leaning into the whole alien shit, that they were the embodiment of alien spirits, and their bodies were, he told them that their bodies were vehicles.
Now they now that T's gone, dude, he's got the full reins.
Yeah.
He gets to make up whatever shit he wants.
That mental hospital nurse that was holding him back, she fucking gonzo.
He is now the dungeon master. He rolls all the dice. He decides what the players do. It is his game, and man, does he just does a great job. His campaign was way more fun than T's campaign.
Yeah. Doe and his followers started making money doing web design in the early days of web design.
Oh my
And
god. Have you seen their website?
The original website is still up.
Dude, it is so like 1990s.
Oh yeah, it's like
It's
the original
fucking-
MySpace account.
Definitely fucking awesome.
They so they were doing jobs and stuff, making websites and stuff like that. They had a job doing I don't know if it was I don't think it was for Madonna, but it was someone who paid them to make like a mixtape of Madonna's songs live or some shit like that. And they called the video, they called the project Pre-Madonna. It was like when she was younger. I don't know. It was just one of those things. Like, you guys would come up with that name, you fucking nerds, dude.
Yeah, and that became like a culture reference too.
Is it literally heavensgate.com for the website?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Oh
Does
my
it look
God.
like a shitty MySpace profile?
It's
it
definitely
looks-
HTML, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 90s as fuck.
I
Like,
have to see this.
hold on, I'm bringing it up real quick. I'm bringing it over on the
Okay.
thing.
I've never actually seen the website.
Can you see it?
No.
No.
All right.
Like I was
Oh,
saying.
there we go. We
oh,
can see it.
Yeah,
Last chance to advance beyond human. Expert from our book.
Excerpt.
Well, I can't read from this side, huh?
Jinx, you owe me some coke.
They yeah, they had, like I think I said this last episode, but there was a professional, maybe, I don't know how professional guy, website designer and stuff on like CNN talking about how bad these guys were at making websites and doing their graphic design. I don't know.
Man.
I think it's kind of badass.
This reminds me of like high school trying to teach you how to fucking
code
how to-
code a website or
how
make
to
a
do
website.
websites, yeah. You go to the free software right here.
They have like contact information at the bottom and shit too.
Dude, let's call them right now. On live. Get them up on the
you
speaker.
can like email them questions and shit.
I'm gonna do website design, and I'm just gonna put in my profile for people to, I'm gonna say better than Heaven's Gate.
Damn, they charge fucking $45 for their fucking book.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a book to the afterlife.
I wonder
Yeah,
where
my bad,
I wonder
dude.
where
teaches
the
you how to ascend from.
There's Bibles that cost like $80.
dude. I wonder where the money goes, honestly, because I think the guy who runs the website is the only surviving member.
Yeah, he's one of the only.
Yeah.
And he's, he's still a practicing.
I mean,
fucking-
technically, there's a lot of
Oh,
surviving
my
members because they scattered all
Right,
around the
yeah.
country. But I mean,
He
for
was like-
him to be the lucky one, hey,
we need someone to tell our story.
we're
And he's like,
we're
I don't
gonna-
want to.
We're gonna have. I'm so sorry to tell you this, guy, but we're gonna have to leave you behind. Oh, thank God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm definitely cool with that.
So after T's death, Doe told his followers that Earth is a garden for growing souls, and that his followers would be able to learn how to free their souls if they followed a strict regiment. They lived together in a peaceful commune. All aspects of their lives were regulated. They were given new names. This is fucking just hilarious to me. Names like Lagodi, Juanodi, Jamodi,
Oh my god.
Ginodi, Elixodi, Odi. It's fucking
laser, phaser,
It's literally just
Drazer, and
all
laser.
of them
Djibouti.
all of them are 3 letters, not their like parent given
They
initials.
probably so like there's this thing in numerology where you like take words and like put a number association with it, and then like what is it in math where you the trees or whatever.
Yeah.
Simplify it?
When
or-
you simplify numbers
Yeah.
or whatever, it comes down to like three letters, and you gotta pick, and those letters are your new name or whatever.
I wonder if because they were nerds. I mean, if there was any way that they were into that kind of, I feel like
definitely probably.
This
I
is
feel like
probably
I
where
read
like the your birth date and month like gives you like your rapper name, like those
Oh, yeah.
spreadsheets. That's probably where this comes from.
your rapper name is Cheese Booty Juice. Is what?
So
Big flamingo.
What do you say about the thing about Earth or whatever? What Earth is?
Earth is a garden
garden
of souls.
That sounds super.
Haven't these guys heard of Scientology?
Have these not?
Scientology wasn't a thing
Have
yet.
these guys
I
not
thought
heard
Scientology
of
was a
fucking?
thing.
Well, it wasn't like
Matrix?
wasn't like a thing like it is now.
This is the dude. They're talking about the Matrix.
Scientology started in like what, the 80s?
All I'm
With
saying
L. Ron
is
This is
Hubbard?
not Scientology.
they had it
this
all
is the Matrix,
wrong.
dude.
If they would have just found our Lord and Savior L. Ron Hubbard, they would have been fine. Yeah, they would have been in a cult, but at least they'd be alive in a cult.
L. Ron Hubbard, who, fun fact, was a disciple of Aleister Crowley. Fun fact.
Yeah.
Studied with, Laura Bush? Was that George H.W.'s
Yeah.
wife? Laura?
I think
But
him
no,
and
no, it
I'm
was-
pretty
it was
sure
Laura,
him and
Laura Bush is
thought it was his
suspected of
mom.
being his fucking George H.W.
Oh no, you're right. You're right.
George H.W.'s wife was suspected to be the daughter of Aleister Crowley.
Yeah. Aleister Crowley's nuts.
Or like rumored to be.
Barbara.
Definitely Barbara. Yeah, she the Silver Fox is what they called her, I believe.
She does not look like a silver fox. I'll tell you
Laura
that.
is the son.
W.
Yeah.
Okay.
that's
I just
what
don't
it
get
is.
with Crowley how obviously gay he was, yet he had like
Nah, he
two
was
different
bi.
he had two different
okay.
wives, and I mean true because
dude, a hole is a hole, dude.
but he kept leaving his women for sex magic with men, okay?
Yeah.
His true calling,
Yeah, I mean, you
gay
know,
anal sex magic.
it might be more powerful than heterosexual sex
Tell
magic.
me you're gay without telling me you're gay. I like Aleister Crowley.
Inside of me.
Now, when you watch porn, do you like the big penises or the little penises?
Well, I want it to be a nice big old penis.
That was the word of the day, penis.
Oh, yeah? I didn't hear the music, so I don't believe you.
It should have been the word of the day.
It should have been the word of the day. On
Yeah,
the off chance
because
that
we're-
somebody just says penis.
Well, we're about to talk about how they all started castrating themselves, so it would have fit in. It's rumored that... So, Doe had himself surgically castrated, which... probably legal in the...
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Definitely.
So is that getting your dick and balls chopped off, or just your
just
balls?
your balls.
Yeah, I think it's just your balls.
Back then,
sometimes
back
so
then it was just the balls.
being unicized is when someone else forcefully cuts off your dick and balls,
Okay.
and they cauterize it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that castrating is just
The balls.
you can literally it's just like snipping both of your testicles. Like they don't even cut
So
them off.
yeah, you could. It's yeah. There's a tube in there that they snip now, but
So you
back
just-
then they used to cut them off.
I would have just walked out of the garage that they were doing it in and had it tucked between my legs and just waddled out. Just waddled out.
It wasn't a
Ow,
garage.
my-
It was a storage unit.
My balls, they're gone. And they're like, why is your dick gone too? Oh my god, my dick and my balls are gone.
and you walk out and they're just fucking goating behind you.
So one of the tenets of the Heaven's Gate was that they weren't supposed to lie to authorities. So it's rumored / known fact that one of their members was castrating the other members in a storage unit, and they hung a sign on the outside of it that said Mexico. So when they were questioned about the castration, they would be able to tell them they're castrated in Mexico without lying to the authorities.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Lying's not good.
No,
No,
it's
you
not.
shouldn't.
Not if you want to grow your soul on the garden that Earth is. And
Yes.
then astral... No, that's not
I
right.
don't know. It's just weird. You know.
Ascend.
So
I was
another,
about to say
spent a lot of
astral
time
project.
here in this meat body.
we did. There is astral projecting with the what we talked about last episode with the Hale-Bopp comet. So a guy who called in said he picked up video footage of there being a spacecraft behind the Hale-Bopp comet.
And then Dell bought like a $30,000 telescope and wouldn't let anyone look and confirmed that there was
It was Coast to Coast radio show. Never really heard it.
Oh my god. Hell yeah, dude. You need to listen to Coast to Coast.
Do I?
That shit is fucking tight.
No, you need to listen to Space Ghost Coast to
I want to
Coast.
listen to
Space
Coast. I want to
Ghost,
listen to Coast to Coast now. But so they had a guy call in, say he picked up on his own footage of a ship flying behind the comet. Then, like, I don't know how much later, but they have a guy call in talking about how he astral projected to the comet and saw the spaceship flying behind it. So I thought that was pretty badass.
Astral projection.
Apparently, the guy Bop, I think, Hale or Bob, I can't remember which one.
There's
But
Hale. His name is Hale. God fucking damn it.
I can't remember which one it was, but they went on Coast to Coast finally because I guess they were having a big old fucking Twitter feud, like back
Thomas
in the day,
Bop
whatever it would
and
be.
Alan
But
Hale. Sorry.
I think-
I don't
I
even
think it
know
was-
what the fucking 1996 version of a Twitter feud would be.
radio. It was over the radio that they were talking shit to each other, and finally they he
They
had
met on
him.
Howard
he
Stern
had him on
before
the
he was
show.
a pussy.
I don't know what his shows are like today, but I remember seeing one of his episodes of the smallest dick contest.
Oh yeah, you can only watch some of his old episodes on Pornhub, but yeah, he's kind of a bitch now. But it's whatever.
I don't remember where I saw it, but it was just a bunch of naked guys lined up with micro penises holding their hands over their dick, and one by one they'd walk up to them.
To
in the
Robin, right?
To the middle of the room. They were just on their own stage, and they'd release their hands and show their tiny dick, and they would just laugh every time. Every single time, they couldn't help but just bust out laughing, and I was like, this is content.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything like that anymore. It's kind of sad.
It's unfortunate. We need someone like that. Maybe we should do
I've got
that.
a tiny dick. I can join.
We'd have to
We're
post,
not talking about us.
We'd
We're
have
talking
to
about exposing
we'd have
other
to
people's tiny
post it
penises.
on Pornhub though.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, let's just have.
You
Let's
can,
just.
you can watch Call of Duty clips on Pornhub
should-
these days.
you should just
Someone
start-
told me. I don't know from experience, but
We just need to start broadcasting the video feed on YouTube and Pornhub.
So what we do is we just
Yeah.
have on Pornhub, we just have like an under the desk cam for all of us.
it's just our crotch.
we're just
Maybe when they invent smell-o-vision.
We still need to do that. The
No.
the Viagra episode.
Yeah, that's true.
have like
We need to talk about something spicy when we do that. Like,
porn star episode, the history of porn.
Oh, that'd be cool.
dude, there's a new
How
documentary
anal came to be.
There's a new documentary on Netflix about the Times Square torso killer. Watched the entire 4 hours in like one sitting.
That'd be great to
It's-
get a boner too.
Yeah, well, I
was
mean,
thinking-
because Times Square in the 70s was like the porn capital
I
of the
got like an
world.
insatiable love for midgets right now. That's
No
all I've been
shit.
watching.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool.
Oh man.
I've been on a MILF kick lately.
Oh yeah.
MILF's always good to run back to.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the
they're
balloon
like, They're like
tits,
the
though.
95 Toyota Corolla
No, I don't like
fucking
the
porn.
balloon
I don't like
tits either.
balloon tits at all.
No, they gotta be natural.
Yeah.
They gotta be saggy and falling apart.
Well, I mean, I think the best
Chew them up like Arby's.
I think the best MILF boob job is Ava Adams, and I'm just gonna leave it out there
I don't know.
because they have the sag, but they have the form of a boob job.
Yeah,
but
that's
they
what
have,
you
like,
want
the-
from a boob
Oh, I
job.
thought you were really typing it. I was like, dude, I'm looking back here.
You
I am
still
now.
want it to look real, you know. You just don't want the balloon tits. That's
Yeah,
just
no, I don't want to jerk off the Dog the Bounty Hunter's
I don't
wife.
see, but those are even like I don't like them.
They're not cartoony.
They're too fake.
Nah,
Yeah,
man.
they're way cartoony. Those are bazungas.
Those are fucking-
Watch
Those
your,
are Mongo
I saw
bazungas.
that
watch
shit
her
on
take
One
one
Piece,
from
dude.
behind.
Hey, put that picture up on the screen and possibly find one without her clothes on.
Hold on, I got
This, this episode's only going on Pornhub. This is our first
It's a
Pornhub
little late
episode.
for that.
Yeah, I can't. I
Um,
don't. We're still on YouTube. Sorry.
Alright, decline you.
But when we get taken
Terms of
off, you will
service.
find the live show on Pornhub.
Yeah, if you can't find the live stream on
Dude.
YouTube, it's gonna be
Oh,
on
next
Pornhub.
next week, I'm gonna have a soundbite ready for your soundboard. That's
There-
just the Pornhub. Boom.
We should,
boom.
dude. We should
We
put
should.
an episode on
I mean,
Pornhub.
it is our logo.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Like, it
We
is
should
our
do a
logo.
Pornhub episode and
It
just
should
take
be-
our shirts off.
it'd
We'll all
be
just be shirtless.
It should
and-
be 4
Shit, dude, she did Ava Adams and Brandy Love did one together called Stepmothers,
Dude.
and the fucking logo is the actual like.
Step Brothers.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it's
Oh.
called Stepmothers, but the logo is the fucking like. Look at this. It's the actual fucking.
Oh, yeah,
it's
that's
the
funny.
poster from the
That's
movie.
funny as fuck. But yeah, dude, we could do ours, and we could be 4 young boys. Fuck the government.
Ooh.
It could.
Except for we're not young.
Who
I mean, if we
says?
take
We
our
need-
shirts
Yeah,
off, we'll
I
look
guess we're
young.
kinda
We
young.
need to find a girl named Government.
We'll take our
Dude, yes.
We'll take our shirts off. We'll put nair all over our bodies.
Yes, I'm naring the top of my head.
Do it, brother. I trust you.
So, speaking of sexuality, bring it back into the show. Every morning they would eat together, and all the men and women would have their matching haircuts, matching clothes, and at breakfast, Doe would make them publicly shame them after forcing them to share their sexual fantasies of the day before.
Oh, damn. If you had a degradation fetish, that shit's fucking right up your alley.
I love that shit.
But do you think they got used to that, getting their rocks off by being, well, I better confess my hot dream. You guys ready to hear this?
Probably.
We should start every episode out like that.
Last night I had a dream that a unicorn was pegging me in the butt.
Yeah, there I was. The aliens came down from their spaceship.
And I didn't stop the probe. I let them have it.
I asked if they could stick another probe up there.
I think you lost the first one. You might want to send in a second one to investigate.
All right, it's time to get probed. I'll go first and third.
Wowee.
So this is where the idea, once their soul had grown, it was going to be time to exit. To outsiders, this means suicide, but to them, it means exiting their prison vehicle bodies to go to a more developed kingdom.
Well, yeah, you're just dust in the wind, bro.
So this is even before the Hale-Bopp comet was like known that it was going to visibly fly past Earth. He told them that there would be a spaceship to pick up their souls. Dole told his people that it would not be killing themselves, but going on to journey to the promised kingdom.
I can't remember if they had decided on the killing of themselves before the comet came, or do you think it was when the comet came that's when he told them?
That's when they made the decision to do it then. But he was telling them that they were going to do this and there was going to be a ship to pick them up.
Because they had to pick up the more members, like we said last episode when they put out that what would you say, advertisement that they were looking for members because they were going to kill themselves, and they got like 7 more members.
I bet you if you make a cult nowadays that's just like, hey, we're just going to do a mass suicide, and people would probably join that shit because people nowadays want to die.
And they just want to be a part of something.
You're right on that.
Is that perfectly legal to just put out there, hey, we're going to do group suicide?
Depends on the state.
Yes, it does now, because there are some states that allow assisted suicide now.
I don't know if that would be classified as assisted, but in some states it's like illegal to kill yourself, which is redundant, but in the sense that like
it's illegal everywhere in the eyes of Jesus Christ.
You'll go to jail.
But there's got to be
a straitjacket.
There would have to be like a religious loophole, wouldn't there? Like you'd have to sign like a consent form, obviously saying.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
We could. I don't know. We should.
Let's. I mean, we'll talk about this later.
I'll write to Kim Reynolds about it. We'll see what comes up.
Kim fucking Reynolds.
You gotta allow alcohol to be present, though.
And a whole lot
and
of
applesauce.
No, she doesn't like weed.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She likes applesauce.
And corn. loves that corn. That Kim Reynolds.
That bitch. I love her.
That bitch.
So yeah, in 1996, all together after living in, they would like basically rent out entire chunks of complexes and all live together up until this point. In 1996, they bought a 9,000 square foot house near San Diego, California. A mansion.
Mm-hmm.
And they literally put bunk beds in every single room of the mansion except for the kitchen.
That'd be kind of dope.
And they had, I don't remember the number off the top of my head. It's been a while, but at this point, Doe had bought a powerful telescope and confirmed that there was, in fact, a spacecraft behind the Hale-Bopp comet.
Sounds like Adventure Time.
And that's where we left off. So, here we go into the new.
Out with the old and out with the new. I'm going home.
Later, guys. I'm done.
Good podcast.
Later, Dill. In late March 1997, Doe saw the sign of the Hail Bob coming comet. Oh my God, this sentence is literally giving me fucking cancer.
Hail Bop.
Hail Bob comet.
Bop.
Your mom is a Hail Bob.
It's a P. It's not a B.
Your mom.
All right.
It was growing brighter as being the physical embodiment of the ship that was going to take him and his followers to the kingdom. Members began filming farewell messages, and there's something to see. And Dylan came prepared.
Hell yeah. Okay.
With some farewell messages.
So these are the farewell messages. They all got into a room.
And on the terrace and stuff like that.
They got into a room, which will give you the feel of an office because you keep hearing the fucking phone go off. And also, apparently, in other clips of their videos, there was planes apparently going over, and it was so loud you couldn't even hear the people in the video.
Jesus.
So these ones don't have any planes, but you'll hear like a phone going off. So it definitely feels like they're in an office. Once again, we talked about it last episode. They call themselves the class, and they call it
graduating class.
They call it a classroom. Oh God, situation. They call it classroom situation is kind of their group. And
what is the age group of this clan?
About 50 right now. About 50 of when they died. That was like around the average age.
Late 30s to mid 50s.
Weird.
But they're all just sitting one by one. They got together and they made some tapes of themselves. Now the first guy that's going to be talking has sort of a, one thing to look for in their voices is, do they really want to die? Are they happy? Do they sound committed to this? Do they sound like they want to get out? This first guy I kind of feel on the fence about. It sounds like he just really hates life. So we'll get into this. Robot, are you ready?
Yep.
It's about to take this final step. And the main thing is that there's nothing, I'm no longer satisfied or fulfilled by any human pursuit, indulgence, or activity. I've been down many different paths. I've been on both the top and bottom of this world. I've tried it all, and there's nothing on this planet that is worthwhile or of any interest to me. The information given to me by my teachers, T and Doe, is the only thing that makes any sense to me. T and Doe have helped me learn how to be more restrained and refined in my actions, speech, and thoughts. They've taught me the true meaning of kindness, goodness, compassion, and caring. They've done this not by lecturing to me, but by their example. They've always been perfect role models, never wavering, wanting only to be of service to the kingdom of heaven, the evolutionary level above human. I know that I have the freedom to do anything I choose. I've made the conscious choice to willfully exit this vehicle or body that I'm wearing. I'm fully aware that to stay here, to reject the choice to go to the next level, to separate from the kingdom of God is suicide. I've only one regret. I regret the time wasted outside this classroom, walking down paths that were dead ends, missing the opportunity to be here with T and Doe. I can't deny what I've come to know through them, and I know I'd be a fool to stay here. For me, this is the only logical next step. And it's simply time to move on.
Yeah, so he talks about, in the beginning, he says, I am done with this earth and the things that people do. He talks about, I regret walking down dead ends, which means his life was shitty. He obviously was just living a shitty life, wasn't accepted by anyone, was just a loner. I mean, this guy is like half desperate, half just kind of sounds like he wants to kill himself. I can't really feel him out.
I mean, that goes with like 90% of people that want to be in a cult is people that aren't accepted or can't find their place in society outside of the cult, which is what draws people to joining cults.
Yeah. Another thing to kind of think about, too, I think, when listening to these people talk is, yes, they're making these speeches, but they were also told that they had to make these speeches.
But you could definitely tell it was off of, he was written down.
Yeah, he was reading that shit.
So you can't not say good things about this. You know, you can't really say how you feel.
Because they're sitting there watching you and recording you.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Stab you to death at that point?
So next one I want to listen to, it's this girl who... She sounds a little bit less excited about this whole thing, but she still sounds like she's written a script to please Mr. Doe.
Sorry, give me one moment here.
Oh, we're fine.
Yeah.
I think this one's my favorite one. Just because of how much she seems like she does not. I don't know. She sounds distraught.
Very happy and proud to have been members of Team Doe's class. And couldn't be happier about what we're about to do.
Oh, she's got a gun to her head.
For sure.
Doubt was never an issue. Certainly, at times, temptation to the vehicle or dumb influences might turn our heads for this reason or that, but there's always a deep down knowing that from the moment of seeing Team Doe that this is why I'm here, to take this vehicle and do this task. And always knew that I knew Team Doe from before this time, that there was strong recognition.
Are they performing?
Dude, she's straight up got the mentality of like, my feet are in the water, I might as well plunge in.
Uh-huh.
That's fucking absolutely
Yes,
insane.
that is a perfect example of I do not want to kill myself. I think I made a mistake, but I'm just gonna go with it. Everything will be fine, right? If I just keep going, what could go wrong?
That's
really?
like when you're dipping your feet in the pool and you're just like, you might as well jump in because you're already
like,
cold.
You're like right at your thighs and you don't want to get your wiener wet.
When you think about that, like, you know, toes in the water, might as well jump in. Like, I feel like that speaks to their lives of, we have given up 20 or 30 years of our lives, and if we don't do this and leave the cult, then what has our life been? You know, what's the point? It would be absolutely nothing. You know, I'm already here. Everyone's gonna kill themselves. All my friends are gonna kill themselves, and you know, it's like, well, I guess I have a 50-50 here. You know, she definitely sounds like.
Oh no, she wasn't on board. With
she
that.
definitely
she
sounds
wasn't on board with
off
that call.
board. Yes, 100%.
I mean, you spend a lot of time in your little meat suit. You want to see it through a little bit.
You're right. So the next guy I want to listen to, the third one, he actually is the sister, or he's the brother of, I might butcher this, but Sergeant O'Hara from Star Trek. This guy is the brother.
The real life brother?
Yeah, the real life brother of Sergeant O'Hara from Star Trek.
Oh,
and
shit.
she said in an interview, look, we know, I'm going to butcher this too. It's weird what he did, but like, we respect I respect my brother, our family respects his choices and his decisions, and like, we respect his decision to do this. But this guy,
I feel like that's even weirder than
I
him
feel like
doing
that's
it.
cool. I mean, no, because you gotta respect what he wants.
I mean, this
in
is
his
after
heart,
they're
dude.
dead, so they're trying to work. You know, they're grieving, and you know, what's the point of trying to say what they're doing is stupid when he's already dead? But also, I would like to say that this guy is the most
unhinged,
happiest. I maybe not happiest, but this guy has the dedication that you want from a cult follower. He is ready. This guy is just sounds like
he's one of the three sisters of Charles Manson's family.
Yeah. He's not the most exciting person in the world. He kind of reminds me of, like, I don't know why I keep thinking Neil deGrasse Tyson, but
Jesus fuck.
He actually went to Degrassi. So
yeah.
God, him and Drake got shot.
Only one got paralyzed.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself. I'm gonna Heaven's Gate myself.
You don't even know how they did it yet, so don't make promises that you're not going to follow through on.
Whenever you're ready, Cyber Robot.
Though, which our members from the next level have been the best teachers to give that information. And as a result of that, I'm here, and I'm very, very happy here. I don't know what I did to deserve to be here. And I'm embarrassed that I can't express, without getting emotional, how good I feel about what I'm doing and how good I feel about being here and being given this opportunity to go to the next level. Just the opportunity is the gift is just it's overwhelming is the only word that I can come up with now.
Well, I guess that answers any other questions we would have asked you, Doctor.
I didn't know that I was going to talk so much, but
no, that was very clear.
Like I said, we all feel very emotional about the gift that we've been given. And
Okay, that guy did not know that he was going to give it. Like, he did not plan that out at all.
No, yeah.
That was the guy that sits on the floor while Xeon and Peon talk about how they had dreams about pegging each other in the bed the night before. And he's, like, eating his oatmeal, sitting crisscross applesauce on the floor, eating his goddamn oatmeal, being like, oh, man, maybe if I have one of these sex dreams that Bill wants to hear about, he'll let me sit on the stool instead of on the floor next week.
Why don't I ever have one of these
I think
sex dreams?
he's that guy the whole damn fucking 30 years of the cult being a thing. He's just sitting on the ground
also
eating cereal, just smiling and nodding like, yes, this is awesome.
The only guy from Texas dumb enough to join their cult.
I think
that dude totally sounds like he's from Texas.
Some people are fucking followers, dude, and that dude sounds like he's following every damn word they say.
There's leaders and there's followers, but I'd rather be a dick than a swallower.
Okay, listen to this thought.
Yeah.
Listen to this thought that I had about they loved Star Trek. Okay?
Yeah.
And he must have loved Star Trek too. His sister was in Star Trek.
He watched every episode.
What did William Shatner think about this? That's what I want to know. I don't care what his sister thinks.
I'll fucking look for that.
But it just makes you think, was he trying to compete with her? If she was on the show during the time of this happening, I don't know if it did or not, but that would be something kind of crazy. Was he trying to compete?
Well,
listen to
he
this.
Did have a cooler. He did have a cooler outfit. He
Listen.
did kill himself in like the janitor edition Air Force ones.
Dude, if you think about it though, man, he had a lot of fucking exposure. Like they don't give exposure just to anybody, you know. Like how many? I mean, we're not fucking big. This guy was in a cult and had fucking a lot of people listening to him and continuing to listen to him to this day. He did have fucking an experience that, you know, who's to say that this wasn't the experience that his soul thing was looking for, you know, and he just had to release out of his fucking meat body. I'm sounding like a cult
his
right
flesh
now.
suit.
Yeah.
I think this guy had some.
He knew. This is the only one that knew.
But like you said, these people were like 50.
For the most part, like late 30s, early 50s.
I'd be looking for a fucking cult to kill myself by then too. Shit.
Well, you're already doing that. That's why you. That's why you agreed to be on the show for free.
What do you mean?
Yeah, that's a good point.
We got 20 years left, and if we're not famous by then, we're fucking doing this suicide pact.
Murder, suicide.
Just kidding. Don't listen to that fucking Hillary.
Oh my god. Yeah, that last guy, he was definitely. We were talking about the girl dipping her feet in the water. That guy was like the one pulling on her toes. Like, get in, bitch, get in.
He was
gonna be fine.
He was shoving people into the water. He's the last guy to kill himself with the gun pointed at the other people in case they tried to escape.
He was probably the last one to kill himself, honestly. But he was the guy at the pool that like takes the sun chairs with the wheels on them and rolls them up to the pool and flips the people out of him into the pool. He's like, "You made your choice, bitch. You came in."
That. I need to see more videos of that.
Oh yeah, well, there's just like videos of dickhead dads with their like
kids.
Yeah,
throwing
just
their kids. Yeah.
Yeah, throwing their
Awesome. I
kids
need
and
to
their
watch-
wives in
I
the
need to
pool
watch
at like
that.
resorts and stuff. He's like, my wife has been sunbathing for 2 days. I spent $2,000 on this resort, and he just like drags the chair over to the pool and throws her in.
Hell yeah.
Christ. I spent about $350.
Tree fitty.
All right, so what do we got next?
So yeah, they bought their graduation outfits, which were the outfits that we talked about last week.
So that was the
Last week?
Or whatever, you know what I mean.
Oh,
Force a habit.
Time is a construct.
We're sorry for being away for so long.
Yeah, those,
Blame Dylan. He got
COVID, holidays, fucking, it's fine. It's whatever.
So at the time when they were buying their outfits and they needed the shoes, what was it called, AJ? What were the shoes called?
They were literally like the janitor edition of they were the cloth Air Force Ones, I think.
They went into the shoe store and just said, "Hey, we need some shoes, like a lot of the same pair." And I think because those shoes at the time were discontinued or something, so they were
no. They were discontinued
after the suicide.
Yes.
So they got a great deal on the shoes. Apparently, recently, I don't know how recently, but apparently recently they were selling for $6,000.
Oh yeah, they're white Nike high tops. I don't remember fuck. Not Air Force Ones. I don't know why I always say Air Force One. Just because they're wearing space suits, so I just call them Air Force Ones.
Imagine the
black and white Nike decades.
Imagine the hard on they'd get if they
Covered by a purple sheet.
heard that the shoes they could buy were Air Force Ones. They'd be like, "What?"
These fucking things are slapping though.
Yeah, dude,
nice
I would
as
wear
fuck,
a pair.
dude.
I don't even wear high tops.
Can you
but
put
I
it
would
on the
wear-
screen, or
Yeah.
should I come look?
No,
'Cause
you're
I,
good.
I
Yep,
really
got
want
it.
to
You
see
hold
what
on a
these look
second.
like.
'Cause they're pretty much the precursor to SBs, is what it looks like.
Dude, yeah, exactly.
SB Dunks?
What?
They kind of look like SB Dunks.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay, so here's the actual one of the shoes on eBay going for $4,000.
One of the
right
shoes
now.
from the suicide?
Or just...
Nike
Dude, no,
decades
that would
haven't
sell for way
Dude,
more.
Holy shit.
Sorry, not the suicide. The Ascension.
The
Yeah,
Ascension.
that's not- Doesn't me think about the guy at fucking like Shoes R Us that fucking sold them these shoes.
Oh,
never mind. I wouldn't wear those.
I'd
Well,
wear
I
those.
thought they were high tops.
It's
Those
just
aren't the right ones.
What the fuck? How do you know?
Because I'm looking
I swear
at
to
them.
God, I thought
They
they
just
were
don't
high
have.
tops.
They just don't have laces on them. That's what.
No, they're
that's why
high
they look
tops,
weird.
dude.
Are you fucking sure?
Yeah.
Are we looking at the whole thing?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. There's probably low tops and high tops.
Hold
I'm
on
pretty
a
sure they
second.
bought the high tops.
Did you?
Hold on. Hold your horses.
Oh no, they are
Why?
low tops.
I just want to open up a
Are
fucking
they?
picture.
Yeah.
See? Okay, hold on. Here's this one. You see it?
I don't know. They're ugly as fuck. I'm not wearing those. I'm not killing.
3 seconds earlier.
I am
like,
not
I'd wear
kill.
that
I'm not
shit.
killing myself in those.
But think
Not
if we.
in low
But
tops.
Michael, that's the thing is you can't wear them by yourself. If we all wore them, it would look badass, bro.
Should we get a cult kit together? Is that what
A
you're
cult
saying?
kit, yeah.
If-
that should
hey,
be
if
our.
we're-
A
That
cult
should be
kit.
our first line of
They
clothing.
do
a
look
cult
like
outfit.
I will say they do look a lot like low top SB Dunks.
Yeah, I'm not wearing a fucking Colt shoe unless it's Adidas. Just letting you know.
Oh, I was thinking our own cult Adidas
Yeah, if you guys
tracksuit.
all show up in fucking
We should all.
if you show up in all black laces, fucking Generation 2 Vans, I'm gonna shit my pants because I know we're gonna kill ourselves in my basement.
we should
I love
all
how
be
the title
Gopniks.
is Nike sneaker that took one cult.
Jesus.
That's what you need to be as a shoe brand is we're the first, we broke the record. We've killed 2 cults. We've had 2 cults kill themselves with our shoes. That's good branding.
That is good branding.
All right, so let's move on to the Ascension. I think that's our next step at this point.
I want to talk about before the actual Ascension. I don't know if we talked about this last episode or not, but about them buying guns because they wanted the police to come and kill them.
Yeah, they bought a shitload of guns and nothing happened.
Like Ruby
But
Rose
apparently,
kind of shit.
so the guy who's doing what I was listening to is talking about how his family, just like two two of his family members alone had more guns, owned more guns than this group did altogether.
Yeah,
So
well, they
it's-
thought it was a lot, but I think it was like close to maybe 1 gun per person.
I mean, that's just because you own a shit ton of guns doesn't, you know. If these guys had like 40
Well, they were
guns
also
per,
like
you know, it's
sending
fuck.
messages to the police, like, "Oh, like they were sending messages anonymously, like, "Oh, you better watch out for this house. There's 32 individuals, and who knows what they're gonna do. They're armed."
They called themselves the Class.
Well, if you think about it, dude, think about sending that to, like, if I was doing it in my hometown, in my town, it's like, how many people are part of the Grundy County Sheriff's Department, you know? Fucking maybe 20 people. They got that one dude, what was that Mike dude that tried to fucking shoot down the police? He got one of them.
And this is pre-Columbine too, so like mass shootings weren't.
I'm just saying, you know, like there's that one guy in Grundy that fucking shot one cop that came into his house and fucking threw him downstairs and shit. And then fucking the other cops came and shit, but like,
did the cop die?
Yeah.
He did die.
It was a state trooper.
Yeah, it was a trooper. But like, think about that. There's only X amount of fucking. There's probably only fucking 25 cops on payroll.
Did the guy get killed or did he get arrested?
No, he got shot like 4 times and lived, and now he's like now he's in jail and shit, doing prison.
Give him the chair.
Yeah, he got very guilty.
Yeah, but
Give
like
him the
That
chair.
it wasn't even. They didn't even rule him guilty.
No.
They ruled him very guilty.
But like, think about that. Like, if we had fucking, I don't know. Most of the cops that I know aren't the greatest in shape. You know, fucking.
I remember watching a video on.
We get like 50 dudes together.
I watched,
Wreck, dude.
I watched video of 2 cops chasing some guy saying, "Grab her, grab him," or something,
Yeah,
and
he's
the
like,
guy's
"Grab her,"
standing
and
there,
he's
and
like,
he's
"Come
like,
on."
"Grab her," and the guy's like, "Come on, man, aren't
What's
you a good person?"
Wasn't that the
Oh, I
other day
saw
when
that.
I was streaming that the
Yeah.
other day?
Were you? Yeah, I saw that on iFunny, dude. That was a comedy.
What do
dude.
you mean? Aren't you a good person?
Yeah, aren't you? You're not gonna grab him? Aren't you a good person?
I'm not gonna do your job for you.
Yeah.
You're gonna pay me money, you fat coffee-ridden son
If
of
you
a
want,
bitch.
if you want your arrest, you know, if you want to hit your quota, like you better, you better be ready to hit it. Like you can't. I don't know. That's just like some guy with a gun, and you're just asking civilians, "Aren't you gonna shoot him? Aren't you guys gonna shoot him? Come on, I can't be the only one, right?" Yeah, I don't know.
What do you mean I'm the only racist one on the street?
Yeah, but I definitely thought it was crazy that they.
It's a cop joke, you know.
Definitely thought it was hilarious. They were trying to get the cops to come and shoot them. I would rather kill myself than try and get someone to shoot me.
Was this before or
Die.
after?
Oh yeah, you never know. Like you get like there's spots in your body where you get shot, you're going to die unless you
Was this-
get like advanced medical care right away. But it's gonna take like 40 minutes of just agonizing pain. Like
Yeah.
enough pain, not enough pain to make you pass out, but enough pain to make you feel all 40
Was this-
minutes of it.
was
Like
this,
the Da Vinci Code when the dude shoots him in the stomach.
Yeah.
In the museum, and he's like doesn't finish him off because he's just like, oh, I know you're just gonna sit here and suffer, so he just walks away.
Yeah. Wow. I need to watch
Wait,
the Da Vinci.
was this before or after Ruby Ridge in Waco or whatever?
This was after because they wanted to be like
Yeah,
the.
that's
That's,
what I
that
was-
was
that's
their
what I was
thought.
thinking.
That's why they thought they could do it.
They wanted fucking the cops to come like Waco.
Dude, I listened to Waco podcast and honestly, that shit's deep.
Oh, dude, we should do Waco.
That
someday,
shit's
huh?
deep.
We
Fucking CIA. I
shit's
think it was.
wild,
Oh my
dude.
god, it was actually. It's fucking crazy.
Let's do a Waco one sometime.
Well,
There-
I mean,
there's some
Waco
there's
was just
conspiracy
like
in that
Waco is
shit.
just like a fucking more modern Jonestown in a sense.
Hey! Woo! Everyone, shake your shot.
Let me guess, it was Jonestown.
Hey Dylan, we should do half and halves.
Sounds awful. What's in those glasses?
I went and washed them.
You did it with your switch. Oh, that's what you did. Oh, I thought you just did it with your switch.
We gotta make sure there's.
No, I went to the bathroom and washed them.
Was
Yeah,
the
you
word
got-
of the
you got-
day Jonestown.
Yeah, you got it, or he got it with Jonestown.
Who got it?
Dillbill.
I didn't say Jonestown.
I said Jonestown.
Oh, it was like. Well, I guess it was you. Are you just doing it out of a shot glass, or?
I was gonna pull it, but
I just wanted.
Mike wanted to mix it, so we're getting
we're doing
getting
a blueberry peach.
Blueberry. No, it's pineapple.
No, mine was peach.
No, you gave me.
Oh,
you
okay.
gave me the blueberry.
Yeah.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers to
Cheers.
Jonestown.
Bing.
99 shit.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
I forgot how hard that kicks back.
Woo!
99 apples brought to you today.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Oh, I'm like 18 again.
Oh man, it makes the hair on your
Oh man,
neck
I feel
stick
like I'm
up.
about to go make out with Closet Girl again.
Oh no,
You remember
Closet
that?
Girl. Dude, Carmen Sandiego.
I don't remember her name.
It was Carmen Sandiego.
Sure.
It was Carmen something. I don't know her last name.
I wonder if I was there.
First time I ever made out with someone else's prom date.
Carmen Habanero. Oh my god, I remember. And then like these other girls came, and then these dudes came, and they were like, "Oh, all these girls here are dogs." And then they left, and I thought it was funnier and fuck.
I don't remember. I don't know if I was there or not. Probably wasn't. Closet Girl sounds
Maybe.
familiar though. Maybe you told me
It
the
was
story.
at Lametta's house.
I was at when we had the strobe light in the basement.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
yeah.
then we were sitting in the hot tub fully clothed with these smoke shows from a different town.
You were fully clothed.
Yeah.
Nice.
In the winter. It was prom.
Dude, I remember that, bro. I remember that. That was crazy. That was fun
Made out
time.
with 2 girls that night.
That
Suck
was
it.
fun
Closet girl. Closet girl.
Suck it, 20-plus-year-old AJ. 15-year-old AJ had it way better.
He was getting it on.
That sucked. Let's go back to fucking BV.
That was
fun.
hit a lot harder.
That was like a
than I
roller
gonna do.
coaster,
I feel
man.
like I fucking drank pineapple flavored unleaded 87.
That was like a roller coaster.
It was good and then it wasn't.
I mean, it is.
You guys want
50%
to talk about the
alcohol.
suicide?
Yeah.
Want to talk about suicide?
Feeling a little
Oh, you
horny
mean
for
I don't
death.
want to talk about killing myself?
Who do you think I am? So the way they went about this was they mixed pudding, applesauce, vodka, hydrocodone, and
Hold on, I'm trying to write it down. Go slower. What?
shut up.
All right.
Pudding, applesauce, vodka, hydrocodone, and phenobarbital.
What's that?
I think that's a sleeping medication. Hydrocodone is a pain reliever. Vodka, alcohol, applesauce, and
Oh, applesauce just makes you poop yourself.
yeah, especially when you die.
Phenobarbital is a sedative.
Yeah, so sleeping medication kind of.
Oh, so they just went to
Isn't
sleep.
all sleeping
They
medication
just wanted
a
them to
sedative?
go to sleep forever.
They took shifts, ingesting the poison, and then they calmly laid in their bunks, tied a plastic bag over their own heads, and the 39 members over 3 days died as they intended. Over 3 days.
Jesus Christ. You're just watching your friends die.
It's just starting to smell, and you're like, God, I just want to kill myself now so I don't have to sit here. Fuck.
If you want to be on the first shift.
The first person to ascend was Doe, which they believe they held like a ceremony.
He was the first person? I thought he was one of the last.
What a bitch.
I
Yeah, that is a bitch
read
move,
that he
dude.
was one of the first, and that there was potentially a ceremony about his.
But maybe he
passing.
had the serious people at the end to make sure. Because
Yeah.
he did have people.
Well, I mean,
to
like
make
that
sure,
dude
right?
from Texas
Yeah.
whose sister was on Star Trek. Like he was there with a fucking 9mm, making sure people ate their applesauce.
Joe's still alive.
No,
In the after.
Well,
he was
heaven.
the only
In
one.
the after.
Or no, he was the only one without a social security number. Anyway, that's way far ahead. Damn, that's why we need the fart mic.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
I was thinking of just being under the cam fucking videos.
That would have been clean.
Sniffer vision. They were all found with their driver's license, social security card, and $5 worth of quarters in their pockets.
You got to pay the toll.
Was it for a taxi or something?
The spaceship had a Dave and Buster's on it.
It was because it was like a running joke for them.
You gotta play shitty Mario Kart when you get to the spaceship.
I think it was like a running joke for them that the money was for like the cab to call. They actually call the cab and have it was to pay for the trip.
Keep the meter running while everybody else packs into this bitch.
What was the fucking in like Spartan or Roman or whatever time when they put the silver on your eyes?
The silver.
Roman.
Copper coin.
It's for Roman, for somebody for the toll or whatever.
Yeah, it's death toll.
Maybe they did.
Featured in the film Boondock Saints.
Damn.
You gotta pay the troll toll.
Yeah, that was just one of those. Like, what else can you do besides just do dumb shit before you kill yourself? Like,
no,
you guys know what would be cool if we all put money in our pockets?
Enough money to do all our laundry.
Or one guy. It's actually that guy, the Star Trek's brother. It's the Texas guy. The guy from Texas, and he's like, "Hey guys, you know what? I'm gonna put coins in my pocket so I can pay for the cab to the spaceship." And everyone else is just like, "What the fuck? Is this guy serious?" But that next cool guy joins in, and everyone's like, "Oh shit, we're all putting coins in our pockets to go to space."
So they were all dressed the same when they killed themselves in their black space jumpers and their Nike SB Dunks.
Which fucking, why? You know what I mean? Because if you're going to die, you're looking for your soul to ascend, not your body. You
they
know
all
what I mean?
dress the same.
Well, when you come back, though, you want to be able to find yourself.
Yeah, when you need to regarden your soul,
Yeah.
Actually,
this is not the first time we've done this.
Before we go further, can I actually go off on a thing before they died? Or before this even happened?
Yeah, go for it.
Far away.
So this is just some little funny tidbit. I thought that was kind of funny. So it's just a little tidbit.
Just a little tidbit.
It's just a little bit.
A little tidbit that's funny that you thought was funny.
Tidbit.
So they said, Applegate said, we're going to spend one day in the lives of what were they called? The devil people, the main people. I don't even remember what they were called. I don't know.
The white man.
The heathens.
The white man.
The
straight white males.
I mean, the heathens. They were like, we're going to spend a day in the heathens. And they said, we're going to take a trip. They went to Las Vegas. Their whole lives have been against going
and doing Gomorrah kind of thing.
And doing shit. So they were like, oh, we're going to have one day where we experience what these devil worshippers or whatever experience. So they go to Vegas, don't play any slots. They go see a movie, and
of course they don't play slots. They need to save their quarters for the afterlife.
What's the whale? They went and saw like Shamu or
Shamu. That's in Miami though.
Free Willy.
No, maybe they saw a different one. I don't remember, but the main reason I think they wanted to go is because it has that up in the air diner. What's that called? The Stratosphere or something?
Spins, yeah.
They wanted to go, and in my opinion, this is why they went there, is because they wanted to go dine at the Stratosphere.
Because
it looks like a spaceship.
Bro.
Well, they were going to die. They were going to kill themselves. That's why they bought a mansion. They were like, hey, rich people, we know you have a lot of money, but we're going to kill ourselves, so it doesn't even matter, right?
I wonder how haunted that place is.
The Stratosphere?
No, the mansion where they...
Oh, damn.
AJ, I don't believe in ghosts.
Yeah,
that's why I didn't raise my hand.
How about this? It's not haunted because they all ascended.
I don't think any... I think they all died there.
And they all ascended into the greater
Dude, that'd be a
plane
good scary movie. Kind of like a good, like, do the aftermath scary movie of it.
Bro.
Probably the best modern nuance scary movie the other day.
All right, dish real quick because I love my shit.
What the fuck is it called? It's called the Happenings at Dollhouse or something like that.
What is it on Netflix?
Yeah, it's a Netflix original.
Oh, don't get my dick hard, bro.
All right. Well, while you're thinking about it, okay, I just thought about Dylan. You're talking about doing that movie, right? We could.
Yeah.
So there's that that mansion over right off of the cliff face. At Park Drive, Park Avenue, off of Rainbow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There's that fucking mansion there that's got all the vines over it, dude. That'd be a perfect fucking location.
Well, I mean, you gotta. It's got. See, the thing is, it has to be at an apartment complex.
It is an apartment complex at the moment. But you know what I'm saying?
Fair. But yeah, I mean, I think it'd be dope. These people just come back and like, oh my god, let's go check out the Heaven's Gate people.
Well,
they said they were gonna kill themselves.
They bought apartment complexes, but they also bought the mansion.
Oh, they did buy the mansion. Duh,
Yeah.
I'm high. But but when you look at the pictures, it doesn't look like a mansion. Maybe it just is because the rooms weren't extravagant.
I just think that fucking place would be fucking perfect, bro.
Should we make our own movie like the one with was Jack Black in it?
See, I think it should be like
what's that movie where the Super Rewind Me or Rewind?
Be Kind Rewind.
Be Kind Rewind. Oh my god.
Me.
We do a Be Kind Rewind, but we do our own original. Everyone's listening right now wants us to make that movie so bad. I can already tell that they're gonna spend like $100 to watch it. Am I right, guys? Listening? Are you gonna spend $100 to watch it? I think they just said yes. I think
all
we're rich.
All the viewers said yeah.
I think we're rich, dude. I don't know. Mama needs a new pair of shoes. I want some high heels, bro. I'm tired of being 6'1.5".
I want that extra half.
I want to be like 6'5".
I could get you some platform boots.
Isn't that called pumps? When you're like,
that's what. Who's that one girl?
Tom Cruise. Oh, Tom Cruise wears them.
Does he?
Platform shoes, to make him look taller. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
that motherfucker's short as fuck.
Who's that one girl? Amy Winehouse. She could help you out.
She's dead.
She gone.
She's dead.
She long gone.
I want to play an excerpt.
She sings.
Of that clip.
She sings like an angel of death. She has the most perfect voice.
Yeah, we gotta listen to that.
Dude, the song "Fade to Black" by Amy Winehouse hits me in my balls.
It's because she fucking hated her fucking soul, and the only people that are good artists in anything are people that hate themselves. Prove me I'm wrong.
Maybe hate the life around them.
I don't know. Kanye doesn't hate himself.
No, yeah, and he's fucking phenomenal.
I would say, yeah.
Is he phenomenal? Because I don't think so.
I love
Dude,
Kanye.
you listened to a whole album of his with me the other day.
Did I listen to it, or did I have it on mute?
Oh my god, don't do this to me. You listened to it, and then you're like, how do you know all these words when I was rapping along to it?
Oh.
Yeah, Kanye to me.
He's a sleeper cell, dude. People hate it. Literally, he's hated because of social media. I will throw that out there.
I hate him because he's ugly.
But he's not.
I think he's a beautiful man-child?
I think Kanye
I think, yeah, that's the perfect way to put him. I think he's a beautiful man-child. He literally bought the house across the street from Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson.
Weird.
After she divorced him, yeah.
I want to be your daddy, Kim.
I don't know. I feel like
his newest music isn't that great, but I mean, Kanye is so good.
The last good song from him was Faster, Stronger, Harder.
Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger.
Yeah, that's the
so
last
long
good
ago.
song from him.
It's Incident in Ghost Town. Or Ghostland is the...
What is it?
Incident in Ghostland.
Incident in Ghostland. I'll be checking that
Dude,
out.
it literally... It was like sending my mind through such a trip that I thought I was going to fucking throw up.
A lot.
And I was dead ass sober watching it. I was just like, oh my god, this is a lot to take in. I might puke.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Kanye is pretty dope. As a person,
Dude.
he gives me weird vibes, but...
Graduation, fucking... Yeah, man. He's got so many good... Yeezus. I fucking love the album Yeezus.
Yuck.
Yeezus is his last good album. I'll be the first person to say that, but oh my god, Yeezus is fucking so good.
I like Kanye.
I don't know his album.
I don't
I'm just
know.
trying to disagree just to disagree and be that guy.
I just feel like it's because it's Kanye.
Yeezus
You don't want to like Kanye. You don't want to. You don't
Well, it's
want to
because
be
the
like,
media tells you not to like Kanye.
I mean, because of what we've seen.
And because of that, what did he do at that fucking
Taylor Swift?
That's,
anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
he did this,
sorry, I'm a fucking Swiftie, so yeah, that shit.
Oh,
was
dude.
a nail in the coffin for
in
me.
2008, when
Oof.
she didn't even write songs that you listen to now.
Yeah, she.
I hate Taylor Swift.
Fucking Folklore and Evermore, I love.
I hate Taylor Swift, and I also hate Beyonce. So there's that.
No, in fucking
But it is a popularity
The-
contest. You talk
the-
about skill. Taylor Swift didn't have the skill of Beyonce.
No, Taylor Swift didn't have the. All that she just.
She was a
teeny
bopper, dude. She was a teeny bopper.
She had the popularity, dude.
Yeah.
Kid, if you think about it, dude, there's more children
Wasn't
than
it
there are
Romeo and
adults.
Juliet was the music video that she won the award for?
Dude, that song
You
was
belong.
big as
No,
fuck.
You Belong to Me.
Oh yes.
Still. Versus, but like, hold on a second. It was versus fucking Single Ladies by Beyonce. Like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking go with Taylor Swift.
No, I agree.
All the
That
single
music video
ladies.
fucking sucked. But people hating Kanye over that is fucking dumb.
That it is
Dude.
not dumb because what kind of retard just fucking jumps up on top of dude, just let them have their thing. But which
It was
it's
like
okay.
disrespectful, especially as
Yeah, why
to, like
you're a
somebody in the
disrespectful
fucking
turd?
into like the music industry
You're
winning
a
an
turd.
award. It's
Dude,
like, yeah, he's a fucking
Kanye
turd.
West is like the first Twitter troll.
Yeah.
No, 50 Cent. 50 Cent's the first troll.
He was the first MySpace.
Yeah,
troll.
okay, that's
He was the MySpace troll, dude.
He hated Tom. No,
He fucking deleted Tom. The first person to delete Tom.
damn. I deleted Tom. Did you really?
Oh, I killed Tom.
Oh, dude,
Oh.
Tom was my number one friend because nobody else was better. Like nobody else knew me like he did.
Show us on the stall where he touched you. Yeah, fuck Kanye.
But yeah, people killing themselves.
So, yeah, the day after the fourth day, on the fourth day, Jesus rose again. Rio D'Angelo is the name that this guy goes by now. He's the remaining Heaven's Gate member that runs the website, sells the books.
Bro, he probably makes a bunch of money.
He received a package with videotapes, which is you should be aware that we have exited our vehicles just as we entered them. He's the guy that
Does the website and stuff.
does the website. Those are the videos that you watch because they were released from police custody at some
Did he
point.
edit them? Or
Is
were
there?
they just
So
all-
I actually think there
Before.
are videos of the exit statements. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they talk
There's
about the
literally
guy.
a VHS tape filled.
So only 7 people castrated themselves, but they talked about how Applewhite or Applegate, and one of the guys in the recordings, and I think it might have been O'Hara's brother, the guy that was super pumped. So when they castrated themselves, I think only 7 men did it. But I think he might have been one of them. And they talked about how their eyeballs, as time went on, Applegate, obviously because he was sick, his eyeballs got big as fuck. But they were like, that was after the castration. Same with that guy on the video. They were like, that guy's eyes got big as fuck too. Like, are our balls keeping our eyes down? Is there something in our balls that are keeping our eyes down? And if we cut them off, our eyes just open up. Like, maybe they were on something.
Having no balls makes you not have to blink. You
That's
heard
what-
it here
that-
first.
That's what I'm saying. They talked about how their eyes just became fucking marbles, just big as fuck, and it makes me think, like, would I see like a hawk if I snap my nuts off?
And in a lot of like older movies about like like Greece and shit like that, and like what are those Sodom and Gomorrah and shit? They'd make a lot of eunuchs, which AJ was talking about earlier or whatever. What is it? What's the procedure called?
You cut off the dick and balls and sear it with a hot iron.
Yeah. So they make a lot of eunuchs or whatever, and those people would be like servants to the guy that served the deities. You know, the guy that was like, oh, you shouldn't fight this guy because the gods say it's going to be bad.
I wonder if those guys had figured out any, I don't know how to say this. I can't think of, like, pain medication. Like, if they had any herbs and stuff for pain medication, so that way that it didn't hurt that bad.
Not as good as what we have.
Are you talking like back in the Heaven's Gate days?
No,
well,
but
I mean,
back in the day, like Sodom and Gomorrah.
Or were they just like
opium for sure?
Yeah.
Definitely opium.
Okay, so they definitely had some kind of way to really, if they really.
It wasn't morphine, but
and like poppy fields and shit. Like no, it wasn't.
Well, I mean,
morphine's a derivative of opium. That's
it just makes me.
Yeah, like opium is the fucking basis for like hydrocodone. Fucking morphine, Dilaudid, like all the good shit is pretty much like opium based or like derived from the opium plant for sure.
That's why the Chinese loved it.
Yeah, I mean like heroin is pretty much like gross ass opium.
Hey, baby Jesus, little robot, you ever grow your beard out?
No.
You should.
I don't know if I've ever tried like opioids.
I can't.
I
goes
don't.
in all patchy.
Maybe
It looks like a face
tried
full of pubes.
hydrocodone, but I don't know.
I've had hydro and Dilaudid and oxy. Dilaudid is my favorite.
What's the difference between oxys and roxys?
Roxy's is a shitty bar on Main Street that overcharges their drinks.
And oxys make you feel good.
No, isn't Roxy's a pill or no?
Roxy Cotton.
It might be slang for something.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, I don't know. What were you saying 4 years after, AJ, about that guy?
4 years after? No, this is like the day of 4 days after.
Oh, 4 days after.
4 days after it started. So this guy, Rio D'Angelo, he's the one in charge of everything related to Heaven's Gate to this day. He received a tape of all the exit interviews, and before he calls the authorities, he goes to the mansion with a video camera and videotapes all of their dead bodies.
So oh man, that's him behind the camera. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Roxy's are the same. That's
what he found was just bodies lying face up on a mattress all over the house with purple shrouds placed over their bodies.
Like a fucking, like how you cover up the dead?
Yeah.
Type shit? Okay.
In the master bedroom alone was dough, ceremonially covered. Rio D'Angelo, over 20 years later, still believes in Doe's teaching.
What I mean, dude, like at some point, it doesn't seem like what they're teaching was bad, but like you just can't just go kill yourselves.
Right. Well, and you think if if she was still alive, they wouldn't have killed themselves. They'd still be alive to this day.
Yeah.
And
so it was Doe that said we gotta fucking yeet out of here?
I think it was T said we're gonna yeet out of here, but like we're not gonna kill ourselves. Like they're gonna come pick us up in a spaceship. It was after she died that Doe said, hey, let's kill ourselves.
Yeah, and that's what brings me back to believe that as Doe was, borderline schizophrenic.
Yeah.
He was having serious issues with his sexuality in the 70s, and then he met a nurse in a mental hospital. We don't know the relationship. That's what brings me to believe that she was a nurse grooming a fucking charismatic patient to fill something that she was missing.
To groom.
I think she started the cult using him because he was charismatic.
Girls. See, I don't know. Females, I feel like they have this thing where they need to fill this void, and for dudes, just more of this thing where they need to fill a void.
Well, but this guy wanted to fill
vagina.
Yeah, but he didn't want to just fill penis and vagina. That's why he was there. Is because he was
I think,
but if you think about
she was obviously the ringleader, but at the same time, she was also.
Well, I mean,
she was fucked by.
No, I don't think she was the ringleader.
well,
I think he was the ringleader, and I think she just kind of held him. Was like the Rock.
I think she's the one who.
She was the one holding the reins. He was a wild horse, and she was holding the reins.
She was the Rock, dude. She fucking gave him the people's elbow.
Like anytime
she was pegging him every night.
Anytime they had, like we said last episode, anytime they'd have their big talks in front of people, if he said something that was off or too confusing, she was the one who would come in and say, "No, this is what it is. This is what it is," and everyone was like, "Oh, okay." She clarified. Where he just talks and talks and talks and talks and talks. Doesn't blink and talks and talks.
Not once.
And people love it, dude. People loved him. They loved him, and he had that way about him that he could just talk and make no sense, and people loved it.
I think that this nurse that no one knew about before the group exploited someone's charismatic energy and fucking... Then she was gone, and he just ran with it.
People love fucking sob stories.
But he didn't want to be alone. He once he became alone, I think it's one of his first thoughts had to come to, I want to be back with. Like that's where part of me wonders.
That sounds right, though.
Did he kill people, or did he actually believe himself?
Well, he told the followers, she didn't die. She ascended before us.
And said that she's on the comment.
And she died from cancer or what?
Yeah, cancer.
Yeah. And that sounds totally logical for what Dill's saying here is that he was like, oh, well, she's gone, so let's just fucking hurry this fucking thing up because I'm not waiting no more.
But they waited almost 10 years. Is it like he waited for an opportunity to convince as many people as possible.
And what better opportunity than some fucking mysterious big ass flying rock in the sky that looks scary?
What makes me think he was evil, there's the debate that I listened to about, is he evil or did he actually believe in his shit so much? But it's like, okay, you are saying that you're getting messages from Doe, so obviously you're lying if you didn't.
Let's just say mental health.
Unless
if he was
mental health, apparently he met her in a fucking mental place, like a mental health ward.
So if he was evil though, he wouldn't have been the one to die first die at all.
Is there a difference between evil and negative mental health?
So that's where I bring it back to our first episode
Okay.
on it. Is I don't think that he is the blame for any of it, and she is the blame for all of it.
Because she
fueled the fire.
She picked him up.
She let the mental patient live on with the cult. That was the wrong idea.
She, as a nurse, went up to a mental institution patient and said, I've seen you in a past life, and you're meant for greatness.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this. Did it not happen? Are we not talking about them today? Over 50, 60
No, we
years
are,
later?
but I mean, I feel like in the way that we talk about stuff like this is to put an example out there. As
I understand that though, but greatness is what greatness perceives.
That's true. Yeah. No, I agree.
So maybe she did. Maybe she did see him in a different life. Maybe we're all just reliving.
Maybe she was in that
everything.
mental hospital and somehow got a job there.
She just like beat somebody up and put on their clothes.
She didn't even work there. Yeah, she
Here's
just
your
put on
toy
their clothes
syringe.
and said, "I saw you in a past life. Now let's get the fuck out of here."
Here you go, Bon Bon. Here's your toy syringe kit.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy how this all happened. That if she, like I said, if she were alive today, they would not be dead. In fact, they might have reached the age of where technology advanced, and not saying like the.
Bro, they would have
a
million followers right now.
But I mean,
on
like,
TikTok.
I feel like with I'm not trying to say, I don't know how to say this, like the atheist movement or people kind of getting away from religion. Like maybe they would have just stopped completely.
I call it
maybe if it was 10 years later and she died, maybe they would have been like, oh, well, this is actually bullshit. Or I don't know how many years later it would have taken, but I feel like if you gave it enough, time later, the people in the cult would have, if she died and Applegate tried to tell them to kill themselves, I don't think they would have done it. I don't know what year that it would have stopped them, but I think some year in their lifetime, they would have hit a point, you know, where they said, this is a bunch of bullshit. I'm old and grumpy, and I just want to watch HBO. I don't know.
But not if you had enough children preceding you. So if you get that cult and you have, like, you know, almost equal amounts of women and men, you could give this fucking ideology upon these kids, then it's never gonna end.
What year did they kill themselves?
1997.
Dude, that's like I think it's 1 year after Netflix was released. If they would have just waited, they could have seen they could have streamed every episode of Star Trek.
Well, they couldn't stream it.
Bro,
Netflix
they could have just went
started
to
out as
Blockbuster. Yeah, I'm saying they could just go to Blockbuster, my dude. That's what we used to do to get video games.
Yeah. I remember the fucking Blockbuster grind.
Family Video.
Family Video.
Mr. Movies on fucking Waterloo Road.
Yep.
Was it Waterloo?
Imagine all the people who invested their
They
life
turned into a
savings into
fucking
Family
hookah bar.
Video at the wrong time.
That was really the hookah bar?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That hookah bar was great.
What?
for
Oh, I was thinking of
the 1
Mr.
month.
Money on LaPorte.
No, yeah.
You remember that one?
It's still there.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Fuck
it's... Yeah. You know, baby girl.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Little Robot.
It's just crazy call. One of the... in my opinion, one of the craziest. They didn't have the numbers in their following, but they definitely...
They had the gumption.
They had the gumption.
They had the media following, though, after some time.
They had it... They just had the length. They were a cult for so long before crazy shit happened.
They didn't have girth, but they did have length.
Right.
Same.
Spaghetti noodle. It blows my mind.
They call me.
It blows me away that people can get into that mindset and just follow some guy into killing themselves. Like, I feel like that's an instinct inside of yourself to not die. And I know people do kill themselves, but that's like, I'm going to do some quick act and just do it
that
where
just
they just...
shows us how much of, like, mental health that we need in America.
I mean, yeah, we definitely do, but also, like, these guys totally just got tricked into killing themselves, and it just blows my mind. Jonestown, I will say, though, that, you know, people will talk about the people that didn't want to die and who were shot and forced to kill themselves, but their number of people that killed themselves willingly was
Jonestown,
crazy.
too, on that level is, like, you're in Guyana, you have nowhere else to go, you don't have a passport, you can't, like, you're in San Diego, California, if you're in Heaven's Gate, you're just like, nah, I'm not down to clown, and fucking walk down the street, get on a bus stop, and go to Toledo, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's nothing stopping any, like, in Jonestown, there was a lot of things stopping people from leaving Guyana.
You guys want to hear a little fun fact about Jim Jones?
Hold on about this. Nobody would go to fucking Toledo, Ohio. All right, go ahead, Dylan.
Little fun fact about Jim Jones. It's Jim Jones, right?
Yeah.
I'm not,
Yeah.
okay. When he was younger, proper kid, you know, wore his, like, church clothes and stuff, like, every day. Had a basketball league, set up a basketball league that he managed, and one day he had a meeting for the basketball league and let a puppy over a trap door that opened up and killed the puppy, and he a lot of the people decided to not be in his basketball league that day. A lot of people quit his basketball league that day.
I would.
That guy went over to went on to take over San Francisco.
He was a fan of Hitler in the aspect that
he literally
he had good ideals, but he liked that Hitler controlled people. He liked him being up in power and up on a stand.
Is it only a cult if it is negative ideas?
No.
Yeah, pretty much, because then if it's good ideas, quote unquote, it's a religion.
Well, I mean, you can say that about anyone. Like, how many times has Christianity used the guise of Christianity to do heinous things?
Fucking how long you got?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like there's.
But it's however the public perceives it. Like all fucking Christianity is just the world's longest cult. longest running cult. That's all it is.
No, I'd say Judaism is. But...
Or whatever. I mean, but yeah, whatever. I mean, yeah.
I'd say Scientology. The world.
They believe in time travel, so got you beat.
The world didn't start until
their Moses is floating
ago.
through space in a fucking cube.
Exactly.
Well, it's my glob, glorb, and glob.
L. Ron Hubbard and Donnie Nettles are just like fucking chilling in lawn chairs right now, drinking Coronas.
It's actually one guy with 5 faces on him, and every time it spins, it's glorb, glob.
Oh, it's a D5.
Yeah, it's a D5. I
Okay.
don't know how to. I don't know all their names, but one of them is glob, one of them is glorb. You'll have to look
One
it
of
up.
them's name is Bill. He works in IT.
Yeah, he's an energy vampire.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, the media circus that found the Heaven's Gate really kind of blew things up.
It's crazy how it did blow things up, but I didn't even know about them at all.
You did, but you didn't. So there's like Family Guy episodes and Simpsons episodes about it that you've seen growing up. Like the ear sex one with Meg when they drink the Kool-Aid. It's like a Jonestown Heaven's Gate reference.
How did they?
I mean, I see Jonestown all the time, but Heaven's Gate was just. I feel like they might add little things, but it would.
It might just be because it's local.
Well,
is why they don't try to.
What was the catalyst into them doing their suicide?
T's death, Doe's mental decline.
Doe didn't want to be alone. Doe had, I think, cancer.
I
think he had cancer and was gonna die. Like, he knew he was gonna die, but if he died and didn't bring the rest of his cult with him to the spaceship, it would have given him the mindset that he wasn't this alien god. Like,
he didn't want to be a failure.
He believed that's
everything.
another thought. He believed he was this alien god guy. He believed it. That's what I imagine. And if he doesn't bring his people with, and he just dies, he's not. Whether he actually believed it or not, his people. It wouldn't matter to his people if he didn't bring them on this trip with him. To be this alien god.
Do you think that he was already dying?
He was. He had cancer. I'm pretty sure.
He was like, all right, so it needs to end sometime sooner rather than later.
I 100% think that's why.
What better way to fucking end a legacy than end the legacy? You know.
Like,
bro,
another thought was that he was
you for fucking.
Another thought
was the 70s.
He thought to himself.
50 years later.
He thought to himself in his mind, his cult could not live without him. He thought to himself, this cult literally needs me. I'm not going to leave them on this earth by themselves without my guidance. So I'm going to take them with me. And I don't know. That's a big thing.
Do you think that he did? Do you think that in the times of the Egyptians, do you think that they took all their fucking people with them when they died?
I don't believe in any of that shit.
What do you believe in?
I don't know. I believe people don't go up into a spaceship.
What happens when you die?
I wish I'd go up in a spaceship. That'd be awesome.
No, but what happens? What do you think happens when you die?
I think you just turn your body and it feeds into butterflies and shit, and you become like 20 butterflies.
Butterflies or worms?
Well, you start off as larva, bro.
You got to work your way back up the
It
evolution
depends.
ladder.
I guess it depends what kind of
but all
insect is eating on your
all
body.
The butterflies that grow out of me have the same dick size, so it's just these little butterflies with a big old wang hanging down and ball sacks.
Dude, same, but mine's just a little
like
teeny
way bigger ball sack than penis.
All balls.
I mean all balls. Dick got smaller, but my balls got larger.
Agreed.
But yeah, I don't know. It was a good little session for Heaven's Gate. Hopefully people, if they ever get interested, there's a lot of footage on them. That's the great thing about this new age we live in, is that any cults that arise, we are going to.
But that's also the worst part about the time we live in is footage.
Oh, it is.
Dude, Jared Leto has a cult now. Like, it's to a point where like, yo, just stop.
I think that any person on Instagram that's got over a couple thousand followers, that's fucking almost a cult, dude.
I mean, if you can if you can make people do whatever you want with what you say, like people talk about school shooting TikTok challenge or some shit. Like if people do that, like I'd call that a cult.
I'd call that terrorism. Who was the first? If I was the FBI, I'd be the first one to be going into all of that research and finding out who's the first one to say that and fucking they'd be in jail.
I saw a Facebook post of someone asking if they were going to pull their kids out of school that day, you know,
I
the
know
supposed
a lot of people
day.
that did.
Oh, there was a ton, but I remember seeing one comment that this person wasn't going to pull their kids out and gave a reason why their school was safe and it's a good area. And I'm like, you're so fucking dumb. You're going to risk your kids going to one day of school for this. I don't know. It just blew my mind.
Three different kids in Iowa had guns in their backpacks.
Yeah, Emma's brother went to
Monticello,
school.
right?
Yeah, Emma's brother.
Monticello?
No, not I think it was in.
One of
Cedar
them was
Rapids.
in Cedar Rapids. Yeah,
Cedar Rapids.
Marion.
Cedar Rapids.
Yeah, it was in Marion, bro.
Dubuque was the other one. And
he was
then
out of school where a
one.
kid had a gun in his backpack. Yep. Crazy stuff. Hey, we got Keegan coming back to. I can't read.
I'm coming back as Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, nice.
So the thing about Sonic, the fucking conspiracy around Sonic the Hedgehog is that he. No, I don't know. I was gonna go somewhere with that.
That's what I believe. I believe your body will decompose, and I'm just gonna get fed to a bunch of larvas and become butterflies with huge nuts on them, and they're gonna fly into people's faces and just slap my sweaty nuts on their face.
The same worms that eat you are gonna eat me too. You know.
So both of our nuts. Who's gonna be the left testicle and who's gonna be the right?
You can have fat, sweaty nuts slapping on people. I want to be a fat, sweaty butt slapping on people. Just like, why is your butt slapping against the ground right now?
I don't know. Get eaten by an orangutan.
It's a good question for next episode.
That should just be our whole episode.
So thanks again for joining us for another episode of the WRK podcast, where we ask the questions, but at the end of the day, who really knows? As always, I'm your host, AJ, with my good friends Dylan and Michael.
Meow.
And we will catch you on the next episode, hopefully live on YouTube. But yeah, we'll see you sexy son bitches later.
And only a cleansing of our whole society can we remove this sickness from our souls.
Those folks who were responsible have been held accountable.